From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed your day so far. Still cooler than average out there with those upper 60s in the valley, with the rest of us in the upper 40s and lower 50s, right? As that sort of unsettled day takes hold, scattered showers are the story here. Taking a look at the futurecast next 48 hours through today. Tonight we dry out a little bit. I do think we have clearer conditions temporarily. Let me show you tomorrow, right? Look through tomorrow here as we get closer to the low pressure system. You can see it spiraling. Here comes that precipitation of both rain and snow, right? Snow levels down to about 6,000 feet, perhaps even lower at times, but I think around there is a safe bet, with pretty much the first substantial snow event in the upper levels of the season creeping on in here. Then as we head through Sunday night and Tuesday, look at that amazing swirl, pretty much centered up right on top of, say, Humboldt County along the coast. So we're still going to see that convection, some rumbles of thunder possible with that upper level instability in place as we head through Monday and perhaps into Tuesday as well. So here we go, right? We're starting to creep into this transitional period of the year, right? This is when we start to see these wetter patterns move on in here. So there we go as we head through Tuesday, Wednesday especially, it starts to pivot on out of here, and then we have a nicer end to our week in terms of outdoor conditions. But it's still going to be a little bit below average as far as temperatures are concerned here through the end of the week and next weekend, with still some clouds kind of meandering across the area, although I don't think precipitation is such a concern as we head towards that end of the week time frame. It's the next few days that we'll watch for that, with these cooler than average temperatures across pretty much most of the central portions of the western United States. All right, let's take a look at the 7-day outlook here from the Weather NorCal Command Center. There you go, first half of the week. That's the unsettled pattern. Look at those really rather low temperatures. It's no surprise that those snow levels are down to 6,000 feet or so on the whole, with those temperatures in the 50s across the coast. Even eastern Humboldt County, right? Trinity County, it's the same story here. We'll recover by the end of the week. Notice those 60s, 70s returning as we start to little bit decrease those chances Wednesday. I think Wednesday has a small chance, but it's not quite as high as what we see Monday, nor is it as high as we see on Tuesday as well. So we will dry out a little bit as we head into the end of the week there. Mount Shasta City, Alturas, Modoc County, the East Mountains. It's going to be late Sunday into Monday when we start seeing those precipitation chances move on through. Look at those upper 40s and lower 50s here, right? And still below average by the end of the week there, right? Look at those temperatures recovering a little bit. Sure, right? We're not going to be seeing a heat wave, however, not by any stretch of the imagination. We'll be calling it upper 50s and lower 60s for Thursday and into Friday. Taking a look at the valley, yeah, we're not going to be left out here. We're going to see some rain, probably some rumbles of thunder. I do think there is instability in that upper level there to provide some rumbles of thunder, right? Just because it's in the upper 50s and lower 60s doesn't mean that there can't be thunder, right? We've seen that many a times. All that matters is that there's instability in the mid levels there. As long as there's that gradient of temperatures that kind of creates that instability where those thunderstorms can develop, hey, that's all it takes. Matter of fact, I've seen thunder and temperatures in the 30s, and there's even things called thunder snow, right? If you've ever seen that, Jim Cantori loves that. Looked it up on YouTube. It's very funny. But temperatures don't really matter too much. So we'll watch that very closely for the first half of the week. Showers break up Wednesday, warming back up to the 70s by Thursday and Friday.